Hey, what's going on, guys? So, one of the biggest questions I always get asked is how to choose a niche and what are the best niches for, 2024, 2025, etc., right? So, that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to be going over best ways to choose a niche, ecom versus lead gen, and I'm actually going to give you guys a 2025 top 30 niche list. So you guys can go in there and find different niches and then use that to go out and start reaching out to prospects, okay? So we're just gonna dive right into this today. There's a few ways to do this, okay? So again, guys, some of this is gonna be controversial too if you've watched other videos in the space or in the marketing space. Definitely have my own unique setup and methods for this, and that have worked well for me. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be going over today. So a few ways to do this. For picking a niche, right? One of them is pick something you're passionate about. Pick something that lights you up, that sets you on fire about, maybe that's bodybuilding. Change this typo. Building. Yeah, bodybuilding, gym, fitness, weight loss, golf, maybe online courses teaching meditation, motorcycle dealerships. Like one of my favorite things to do is I love motorcycles and I love just, everything about motorcycles, driving, etc. It's just something I'm really passionate about. So maybe I would look into motorcycle dealerships to start running ads for them, to help get them more sales, or motorcycle comp stores where they're selling jackets, vests, a lot of gear, pants so you don't scrape up your knees if you fall. There's lots of different things, parts, obviously, lots of different ways to do that. And I find that's actually one of the best ways to start is, yeah, write down a list of 3 or 5 things or areas that you're passionate about, and don't think of it from an ads point of view. Don't think about, oh, what would do well with this. Just think about it. What am I passionate about? What do I love? What excites me? And just write that down, and then look at it after, analyze it after, be like, oh, could there be potential for ads here? Are there companies actually, needing sales for this, needing leads, needing customers? And there likely is, right? So that's one way to go about that. Second way is to pick something that's trending or popular, okay? So certain health supplements, like I think there's one called, what is it? Omez or something, or I'm not sure anyway, it's like this new weight loss supplement that's trending right now, and there's a lot of companies popping up about that. That might be something you could run ads for. You'd have to obviously check the YouTube's terms of service, make sure everything's okay for that type of supplement, but that could be something. AI apps and SaaS, software as a service, that's huge right now. Lots of companies doing that. Okay, so you could do that, and with that, that would be lead gen or subscription based. So you're pushing ads to help get leads or get people subscribing. So paying a monthly or annual subscription for that, right? So lots of different things you can do. And one of the easiest ways too is to check Google Trends. There's something called Google Trends, and you can go in there and just see what people are searching for, what kind of things are popular, what are not. Also, just anecdotally look at what's trending. What are people talking about? If you go to a sauna, if you go to the park, if you go to the bar, like wherever you hang out at, gym, whatever. What are groups talking about? What's trending right now? And that can give you clues as to what's popular and maybe niches to reach out to. And you could also look at something that's always been popular, like for example, education, online courses, online programs, things like that. So you can also base it off of what's popular, and thus if it's popular, there's likely a market for it, right? So that's another way you can do it. The third way is you don't actually pick a niche at all. You don't pick anything, and I'm going to explain about that. So again, guys, this is a little controversial for some of you guys. So all these, there's all these like fake SMMA gurus. I won't name names, but you know who they are. Saying, they always say that, the riches are in the niches, and you can make $1 million off of massage therapy clients with ads and car washes and all these kind of random things. And while some of what they say is true in business, where as far as, yeah, if you target everyone, then you're actually targeting no one. You need to have a somewhat of a focus when you're reaching out to people. It can't just be, you know, it can't just be everyone. It has to be a little, somewhat focused. So that part of it is true, But a lot of these guys kind of hide behind that as to their lack of ability in doing customer research and other things. Where for me, I can run ads for any business and be as successful at or better as someone who specializes in that type of niche or business, because I figured out a long time ago how to actually do proper customer research, and how to have the customers, actual people who are buying this product or service, give me the keys to the castle and tell me exactly what to say in my ads to sell them, to get them to sign up, to get them to subscribe, purchase, etc. Right? So one thing is when you're starting out, niching down, you may not have experience with many or any niches, right? And so when you start out, you specifically start out with, okay, I'm going to focus on, you know, massage therapy or whatever it is, car washes or some random thing. You're massively limiting, your income potential, right? On one hand, yes, you're just going to be reaching out to those people, but in today, 2024, 2025, there are a lot of competitors out there, right? So you have to be able to run ads for any business, not just very, very specific ones, niche ones, right? So think about it. Think about it this way, if you knew how to find out exactly how to get the customers to tell you what to say in the ads, you wouldn't have to niche down, would you? You could run ads for anything, right? I mean, just think about it. If you had a customer tell you, customers tell you, a lot of people tell you, hey, this is what to say in the ad to get me to buy, and you did that, you're going to be successful, and you wouldn't need to pick a niche of whatever it is, right? You could just run for anything, right? So that's my philosophy, and that's what I've used to be successful, okay? Um, so just quickly going back to this where, riches are in the niches, yes, that's partly true, but it's not the whole equation. And again, everyone who says this, you can you can quite quickly find out if you ask them, like, what do you do for customer research? And typically they'll say, oh, we don't really do anything, or it's like a 5 minute thing, and it's not very useful or effective. So that's my take on that. And so I would recommend actually not niching down. I mean, you can still go after your passion. So that list of three to five like niches or areas, categories that you are excited about and passionate about, definitely go after them for sure. You can do both. But I would say don't limit yourself by just niching down, and especially at the start. And you can actually run ads for any type of business you want without niching, which you know not many, if any, of these quote gurus will tell you, because they don't know how to do it. So again, you can run ads for any YouTube ads for any niche, conducting proper customer research. So what does that encompass? What does that mean? So that means you're going to be running surveys. So if they have email lists, a lot of the businesses, again, especially if you're going after established businesses, they do have customers already. They have email lists of at least a few hundred, if not thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people. So you can send those people, current and past customers, surveys, simple surveys. You can just use Google Forms, have 5 to 6 to 7 questions, and you can find out a lot of valuable info to put in your ads, where basically they're telling you how to sell to them, which is incredibly valuable. Okay. So there's that. There's surveys. You can review competitor ads that are working. Okay. You can review those. You can review scripts. You can use proven YouTube ad script templates and split testing methods, and plug and play with the customer research info. And you can actually call people up as well. A lot of the times too, again, not every business will allow you to do this or has that info, but most of them do, or they'll give you like 5 or 10 people you can call people up and just ask them, say, hey, my name's Matt from Ad Pop Digital. I'm working with, or you can say the actual company name, depends on how you want to set it up. So, let's just say it's for, I don't know, yeah, like what kind of product could we, I don't know, pet product company. Hey, this is Matt from Pet Products Limited. I'm just calling about, wanted to ask you a few questions about, I see you purchased something, a month ago or yesterday or whatever it is. Obviously, you guys can say that a lot smoother. I'm just kind of doing this on the fly, but you guys can write out like a little thing just to ask them. But just call them up, just have a casual conversation. Hey, this is John from Pet Products Limited. I'd love to chat with you for a couple minutes just about your purchase experience, just about your few questions about why you bought from us, so we can improve our service, things like that. Okay. And you're going to find out a lot of really good info on the call. One thing that the calls do better than the surveys is that in surveys, people are generally limited by, the space that you have, the paragraphs, etc. And also you can't ask live questions. So if they do tell you something interesting, you can't kind of dig deeper on that. Whereas in the calls, you can actually continue the conversation, continue finding out more and more. And for the most part, people are willing to talk to you about that. You're not trying to sell them anything or anything like that. You're literally just trying to help better your business and better your customer service, your products. If you come at it like that, people are generally happy to do that for you. So yeah, try to call 5 to 10 people, as many as you can. Get a lot of good info. Ask them, about their experience, what made them buy, what did, what was the, what put them over the fence, what did they like, what they didn't like. I go over these questions in later lessons, specific templates, so you guys can have those. But yeah, talking on the phone is really, really helpful, and they're gonna tell you exactly what to say, what to put in the ads to make them to click, to purchase, to sign up, to sell, or to buy. So it's really, really effective, and again, eliminates pretty much all of the advantages of niching down. Like, yes, someone working in an industry for 20 years, they're going to know a lot of things and have a lot of experiences. You can find out a lot, if not all of these, from doing proper customer research. And I actually usually take about a few days to a week to do this before I even run any ads. And that way it can ensure that I have really good ads to start off. I'm not just guessing. And also it saves money, so that I'm not wasting as much money testing things that may not work or that don't resonate with the audience. Whereas if you do the customer research first, you can be sure that you have the best chance at getting those ads to work right from the start, where you don't have to test as much and waste money. Okay. All right, guys. So next we're going to be focusing on ecom versus lead gen. So these are pretty much the two types you're going to be dealing with when you're looking for clients and trying to figure out niches and things like that, if you even want to figure out a niche. But it's going to be either ecom or lead gen. Okay. So for ecom, just a brief overview, our goal is to get audiences to click on our YouTube ad, right? And then go straight to a product landing page for a direct purchase, like most times, okay? Most times it's going to be low ticket, under $100 ecom product, okay? So we're going to focus on purchase conversions, sales, and just to show you guys how this works briefly, ecom. So we have our YouTube ad, right? So you're going to see that, they're going to click, and that's going to take them right to our landing page where they're going to purchase, okay? So YouTube ads works best for, and guys, this is important why I'm going over this. This is important because both of these are different, and you're gonna have to make their different funnels and potentially different types of ad setups and things like that when you get to the ads process. So it can depend on which one you go after. Also for income levels and like making money, these are both very different. You can be successful with both of them, but I think it's important to understand how each one works and why they're different from each other before you start reaching into them, and so you can choose which one you want to reach out to and maybe which one you want to focus more of your time on, so you can make the most amount of revenue for your business, for your agency, without having to spend the most amount of time, right? So for ecom, YouTube ads works best usually for mid-ticket or high-ticket products, right? Mid-ticket can be considered usually anything over over $100, give or take. um, Potentially like, yeah, $100 up, $300 up, something around there, $500, $600. As you get closer to $1,000, then it starts to become high ticket. So maybe 800 and up could be considered high ticket, but typically does better for those higher priced products, right? It can still work for low ticket. So as I mentioned, low ticket, something under $100, but you're gonna have to have a higher average order value, which is that stands for AOV, average order value. And what that means is the average order, when a customer gets to a checkout page and pay, their average order value is higher. So say you have a $29 product, right? So you're running YouTube ads for a $29 product for this ecom store, okay, this ecom brand, okay? Maybe it costs you $5, $10, or $20 to actually get that in ad spend, to get that person to purchase, okay? To get a sale with YouTube ads. Maybe it costs you $15, okay? So now if you do the math, okay, say it costs you $20 to get that customer, then you're only making, $9 on paper, right? But in reality, you have to think about the other costs for the business as well. Your cost. Maybe you're making 15% of that $9 profit or whatever it is. Maybe you're getting paid other ways. Maybe they have other employees. They have other costs they have to factor into that, which they probably do. So if you are paying $20 and it's a $29 product, and yeah, you made $9 on paper, you actually are probably just break even, or likely not even making money, likely below break even when you factor in the other business's costs. So that business's costs and fees and things like that, right? And your fees. So it'll be too low of a profit for it to work, right? But if you sell the same product for $29, right? But you have a cross sell or upsell, or say $19, $49, or even $97 and up, then your total average order value is now going to be $29, okay, plus say $19 is going to be $68, okay? So if it costs you $20 to get the sale, but you have an upsell of $19, that basically cancels out your ad cost, right? So now you've made $48 for that business instead of $9, right? So the money works. And even if they take out their own business costs from that, you're still in profits, you're still in the green, okay? So that's just something really important to understand, that YouTube ads can work for ecom with low ticket products, but there has to be a good back end setup where there is cross sells or upsells, or they're pushing them into a higher ticket funnel, a mid ticket or higher ticket funnel. Otherwise, if you're just running ads for like a $29 product, or like a $30 product, $40 product, it's gonna be very difficult to make the money work, to be it worth it. Even if you get the customers for cheaper, maybe get them for $10 a pop instead of $20. The margins are still very, very thin. So I would look at, when you're looking at what niches to pick and what customers and companies and business to go after, I would take all this into account. It's like, check out their website, check out their Shopify, check out their funnel. Do they have other things in there, or are they just selling a low ticket product and that's it? Because if they are, they may not be the best client for you for YouTube ads. Now, that's not to say that you can still talk with them and come in and say, hey, I'd love to run YouTube ads for this, but because of XX and X reasons that I just went over, where low ticket, the money doesn't work long term, or short term, you would love to help boost their order value and actually get them more sales, make them more money from both the back end and from YouTube ads. And you can actually package that service up together as well. So now you're helping them actually restructure their offer, adding maybe a new product or service, as well as, or bundling products. There's many different things you can do. Get that order value up, and you're running ads for them. So overall, they're going to make more money with you, and it makes your job a lot easier. Okay. So, so I've said this before, kind of throughout, is that when choosing an ecom brand or company, I would always recommend going after companies with established sales. Okay. So what that means is they're already selling products, they could be newer a few months, but they have decent amount of sales. Their website, their back end, their funnel is dialed in at least somewhat, so they're making sales, they're having a good conversion rate. They have the ability and the money to scale up as well. That's really important. You don't want to be working with a company who, you know, you're doing well, you start to do well, but then they can't get an extra 10K to scale up, because with YouTube ads, you can scale up quite fast. If you have a winning ad, winning campaigns, audiences, etc., you can scale up pretty fast. And so you could potentially go from like 5K to like 20, 30, 50K within a couple weeks or less. So it's important that they have the ability to do that. So you don't want to go for a company that's too small, because yes, you can help them, but it's going to take a lot longer, and you're going to basically limit your income and your time to do that. Okay. So that's important. Try to go after e-com companies that are established. They already have their back end set up. They already have the upsells, cross sells in place, so that you're not just running it for like a $20 product, $30 product, and there's actually potential to make money there. So best clients for ecom. So in my experience, it's already there's kind of tiers to it. I would say number one is they're already running Google ads, so Google search ads or display ads, because the tracking is already set up, okay, and the algorithm is already dialed in, right? Um, YouTube ads are run on the Google Ads dashboard. It's the same dashboard, and it's the same tracking setup, roughly. So, you have to change a couple things here and there, add in the sync up the YouTube channel, things like that. But overall, it's the same. It's on the same platform. And so you can benefit from the algorithm, you can benefit from the sales that they've already made, the info, the audience info that they've already generated. All that data is gold. So I always, if you can, or if it works out, go after companies who are already running Google Ads. That's your kind of easiest, lowest hanging fruit, okay? And transition them to YouTube ads or add on YouTube ads, okay? The second kind of tier below that would be Meta and Facebook, Instagram ads. Generally, that one, if they're already successful there, but maybe their sales went down because of Facebook issues, whatever happens, they're going to be the next easiest to push to sell to YouTube ads. So kind of Google ads, then Meta, Facebook, Instagram ads, and then below that, I would say all the other ones. So like TikTok ads, Pinterest ads, and anything else to, depending on what you're doing. So I always kind of look for that. Obviously, sometimes you don't know or you can't tell, but yeah, if you have a discovery call with them and one of the things you find out, what other channels are you running? And they say primarily Google ads back, and they show you they tell you a little bit about the stats, how well it's doing, things like that, the ROAS. You can get a good idea like, wow, this would be a really good client for YouTube ads, and it'd be an easy transition. So that's something to note. Now, going after lead gen, that's a bit different, okay? And in my opinion, this is what I typically focus on because it has the most potential for scaling and it's the most profitable for your YouTube ad agency, okay? I'm gonna just go over quickly. So this is the e-com, right? It's YouTube ads to landing page, basically, with lead gen, okay? So you've got your YouTube ad, okay? And that's gonna go to, it can depend on how the funnel is set up, but that's gonna go to your landing page, right? Which usually has a VSL, okay? And then from there, there's going to be either a application form, okay, that they have to fill out to kind of qualify them better, make sure it's a good fit for them, and then a book a call. Just do call. And then a book a call. So Calendly or Go High Level, whatever you're using there. But this is kind of the rough outline of it. Give or take a couple steps depending on your setup and your products and things like that. This can be a little bit shorter too. It can just be, right to a like landing page where you can book a call without doing the application. But this is a rough outline, okay? So a couple more steps involved in this. Again, lead gen is more for high ticket, okay? Mid ticket to high ticket. So your average client for this, their offer is going to be 997 plus, like $1,000 and up. Probably more, to be honest. But I was running ads for an Amazon FBA company at one point, and they were doing their minimum offer was, I think, for like $30,000 US, which is wild. And I think their max was 85K or 120K. So this process, depending on how high ticket it is, there may be a few more steps involved, but this is essentially what you'll be looking at for lead gen. So just wanted to go over that so you guys understand that process. Again, so goal is to get someone to click our YouTube ad, right? Click the YouTube ad, get on the landing page with a VSL, a 3 to 5 minute VSL, video sales letter, do an application and or book a call from there and get in touch with their closing team, their sales team, etc. Okay. So for lead gen, the focus is actually, I mean, you're always going to be focused on purchase conversions like down the line, like that is the ultimate goal, right? You want them to sign up and pay. But for the actual ad side of it, your main I guess metric is going to be leads and sign up conversions, okay? So you're going to be um, looking at leads, looking at how many people are signing up and things like that. And then on the back end, you can also look at, okay, out of those leads, how many people actually convert and things like that. And you can go from there and improve those and different things. But just for the sake of today's lesson, just to keep it light, the main metrics we're going to be looking at for lead gen are leads, lead conversions, total leads, etc. Okay. How many people are actually signing up from our ads or booking calls from our ads? Okay. So, important difference from lead gen to ecom or versus ecom is that with lead gen, the money always works out better. Okay. So lead gen client has more money. Okay. They're generally higher ticket. So the money works better, which means that more money to spend for us for setup fees, more money to get the ads working and more money for the potential to scale. So, on the back end, again, you can scale up quite quickly with YouTube ads. So, you do get it working, you do find some winning ad sets, audiences, etc. You can have that ability to scale. They're gonna be like, yeah, oh yeah, we need an extra 10K this week. Sure, let's go. 20K, sure, let's do it. Versus, you know, those ecom clients where maybe they're struggling or they're newer or they just don't have the ability to tap into those funds yet. It's going to make your job a lot harder and limit your income. Okay, so I always like to go after lead gen. I think that's the best type of client, and I think that is the best way to scale your income is going after a handful of really good lead gen clients, and that way you have your time freedom, your lifestyle, and everything like that without having to have on like 20, 30, 50 clients with these lower end kind of ecom brands that are $29 ecom products, right? And maybe you're only making 1K, 2K, 3K a month versus 15, 30K, 50K and up. Okay. So just some more examples. So with lead gen, say a lead for an online course. So say someone's teaching an online course about maybe meditation. Say for YouTube ads, we run the ad. It costs us to run to get that person to as a lead to sign up to book a call. Maybe it costs us $30 to $50 on YouTube ads. Okay. And this course is, say it's around $2,000, right? So we run a YouTube ad, we're getting leads. They cost between $30 to $50 per lead, okay, for the book a call, okay? And it's for a $2,000 course. So even at a low conversion rate, like a 3%, 5%, a 1% conversion rate, the ROAS, the return on ad spend is huge compared to a $29 product on ecom, right? So it can be much easier and more profitable to work with these types of clients. And again, that's assuming that their back end is dialed in. If their back end's not dialed in, or if they're brand new, or if they don't have established sales, then again, this may not be true for that. But for those clients that are established, generally the money just works out so much better that it's much more worth it to go after these types. Okay. So tricky part is finding these clients. Again, I go over a lot about how to find these types of clients in the how to find clients lesson. So you'll be able to take that and use that and go out and find these people. But that's the I guess the benefit too is that if it was easy, then everyone would be reaching out to these people and it would be difficult for you to sign them. But the reality is that it can be tough to find these people sometimes. So it's actually better for you if you know how to do it. Then there's less competition and you have a better chance at actually working with them, right? So yeah, make sure to check with the next lesson, guys. I'm going to wrap this one up on how to get clients. I'm going to provide templates, email templates, reach out methods, and everything so that you'll be able to start reaching out to these types of clients, whether that's ecom or lead gen. And you can use these templates that I've used to sign over 6 figures with. So you'll have a really good starting point for that. Okay. All right. I think that's it for this one, guys. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're going to go over the we're going to go over the Google Docs. So let's jump in here, guys. So guys, I put this together. This is you can go and make a copy of this or download this from the resource section just below this video in this lesson. But I'll just quickly kind of go over these are top 30 niches for YouTube ads in 2025. Okay, and again, this is if you want to niche down or if you just want a starting place to start looking out for what's trending, what could be profitable, you can use this, or you can just start reaching out to businesses that you think could work, could be profitable for, and not niche down either. Okay. So tech, again, guys, AI is huge. There's so many SaaS companies, software as a service, SaaS companies, so many things happening in that space, gaming, crypto and blockchain, tech gadgets, e-learning platforms, education platforms, things like that. This is a booming niche right now. So that is something to look at. Wouldn't sleep on that. With the crypto and blockchain, so you're going to have to be a bit careful about who you choose for this. Like obviously you're not really going to be able to run ads for like, shady crypto companies or like meme coin, things like that. But you can still run YouTube ads for some businesses within crypto. So I would definitely go back to the YouTube ads policy or Google Ads policy and check just to make sure that the companies you're reaching out to, that the niches can actually run ads for them. So it's not like some shady like gambling stuff or anything like that. But that should be pretty easy to find out. Okay, health and wellness, huge. Fitness, mental health services, supplements and vitamins, personal trainers and coaches, beauty and skincare. That's a huge one now. And this can be both for lead gen for course or also for products, right? Many different beauty and skincare products. One actually I saw last week was that's popping off in like the under eye cream for like eye bags for men. And that seems to be a huge trending product and niche right now. So that could be something to look at, men's skincare, men's health. All right. Lifestyle and personal development. Okay. So self-improvement courses, how to, overcome procrastination, get better productivity, leadership, luxury goods, watches, jewelry, premium products. I actually saw a YouTube ad for, I don't know if it's a celebrity toothpaste or something, but it's like nano gold toothpaste that these celebrities use. So that could be something, there's kind of a niche there for those very specific people. Travel agencies, real estate, wedding, small businesses, and other entrepreneurs. So again, e-commerce, print on demand, freelancers, online courses, coaches in school communities, financial advisors, auto loans, auto insurance. That's actually a big one. I've ran a lot of ads for that currently and in the past. So that's a big one. Auto loans and auto insurance. Streaming services, content creators, podcasts, film and documentary makers, sustainability, like eco-friendly brands. EVs are popping off now, solar, wind, hydro. You could also look at other more traditional companies like roofing, plumbing, and things like that. So yeah, guys, this is the list. One final thing to keep in mind is you want to make sure that you're trying to go after companies that are high ticket or have high ticket potential. So like, for example, with roofing, right? They're a good candidate for they're a good client for YouTube ads because the average roofing job is anywhere between like, 8,000 to 30,000 and up, which, so you get one client and the money works, right? So you can, say it's $10,000, you can afford to spend $200 to $300 on ads to acquire that one customer, versus, if it was $1,000 customer with $1,000 job and you're spending $200, the money's not going to work, right? So just keep that in mind. You always want to look at, okay, how much is their service? Is it a high ticket service or is it a high ticket product or mid ticket product? Or if it's low ticket for ecom, do they have back end? Do they have upsells, cross sells, whatever? Maybe they have some type of coaching offer down the line that they upsell them to. But you have to take that into account when you're looking at these and when you're reaching out, because otherwise, you don't want to be always reaching out or working with people where there's really no potential to make money with. At the end of the day, you are a business as well, and for you to help the most amount of people and help the most amount of businesses with YouTube ads, you need to be going after people who have businesses where you can actually scale, where it can actually work. Because YouTube ads doesn't work for everyone. It's not going to work for a car wash. Like, yeah, you could get some customers from it, but like, are you going to turn that business into a seven-figure business? No, probably not with YouTube ads. So keep that in mind. It really excels at certain businesses like online courses and coaching. Like Amazon FBA, auto loans, auto insurance, real estate. Any of these like high ticket things, it can really excel at. Okay. All right, guys. That's it for this one, and yeah, I'll see you in the next lesson.